It's simply Craig on the track.
A1! A1! Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Damn! Cooler and I'm flyer too.
A1 family, what it do? The show that's cooler and fly too. A1 Forever Sports. Chris Tipmore back with another segment talking about day 8 and 9 of the Atlanta Falcons training camp. My apologies for getting to it a little bit slow. Just, school has started back. A few things is going on in the world, and I've been working on quite a few things behind the scenes too, just trying to elevate now also myself, but the channel as well. So, stay tuned, working on some things, continuously working. That's what it's all about. Speaking of continuously working, let's get into days 8 and 9 of Falcons training camp. The Falcons returned on Friday for day 8 of training camp. Of course, now we realize drills are a part of practice, and I must say the usual suspects were acting it up again. First, injury news. Offensive lineman Jalen Mayfield has a lower back injury that kept him out of Friday's training camp. This is terrible news if you're a Mayfield fan, supporter, or what have you, because he's in sure danger of losing his starting spot and starting the season on the bench or worse. Friday's session also produced the return of defensive lineman Anthony Rush and running back Damien Williams, as they both had a day off for rest. Linebacker Deion Jones missed another day of training camp, but according to linebackers coach Frank Bush, Jones is fully supportive and engaged in the locker room and meetings. That's great energy to have. Appreciate that, Debo. On this day, the Falcons defense, more specifically the secondary, had a great day. Tight coverage of receivers and making sure tackles. The standouts for the defense were Richie Grant, Mike Ford, and old reliable AJ Terrell. The offense did have some pop as well, though, Falcon fans, as well as Feleipe Franks, who continues to impress at tight end. He has size and speed for sure, but we all know, and if you don't, I'll let you know. What matters the most is when the ball hits his hands, does he catch it? And blocking, and more blocking. Offensive lineman Drew Dahlman got back-to-back starts for the first time on the offensive line in day 8 of training camp. And it makes you wonder. To wrap up day 8, I must inform you guys. Tight end 1, Kyle Pitts, has continued to look unstoppable in camp. Footwork, strength, hands, ability. It's only going to be year 2 for Pitts, but my too early prediction is going to say, look out Travis Kelce, look out Mark Andrews, because here comes Kyle Pitts. Pitts says he's looking forward to playing in the preseason, something that should have happened last year, but hey, let's just hope that the Falcons can get Pitts the ball this pre and regular season. Day 9 was the second Saturday practice of training camp, and outside of one overthrown ball that was picked off by Jalen Hawkins, Marcus Mariota had one of his best days at quarterback, while Desmond Ridder struggled with his accuracy and poise a bit on Saturday. Mariota made pretty good throws in 11-on-11 drills. He moved his feet and ran the ball well on design keepers. Mariota was named the starter, and it hasn't been much of a competition in the past 2 sessions. Wide receiver Drake London was also matched up mostly with cornerback AJ Terrell. And let's just say London was only productive when Terrell was not matched up against him. Coach Arthur Smith made an important announcement confirming all healthy starters will play against the Detroit Lions on August 12th. This is a complete turnaround from last year, as none of the starters played. They were all rested. It was a recipe for a disaster, if you ask me. But I must say, good job to the coach for making a change and hopefully a better result, or at least the possibility of that. Coach Smith also stated that if Josh Andrews didn't break his hand before the beginning of last season, that Jalen Mayfield would have not been a starter last year. So we actually have a little clarity about what happened there. On the offensive line, Matt Hennessy got a chance at center after Drew Dahlman getting back-to-back starts on days 7 and 8. And Coach Smith says the offensive line battle will continue to take place as long as needed. No rush. Speaking of rush, defensive tackle Anthony Rush is making a strong case of starting next to Grady Jarrett. Rush has been getting first-team snaps and getting comfortable next to Jarrett. There was another running back Avery Williams sighting as he scored on a big gain with great blocking from the O-line. I tell you guys, this running back thing is for real with Williams. Along with my second standout of the day, Feleipe Franks, who once again is making plays after accepting his tight end assignment this offseason. Frank scored a touchdown and trucked a defender in the process, drawing a smile from Coach Smith. Yes, Franks is continuing to impress. Yeah, look at that one. Last, but certainly not least, man, I'm telling you, Kyle Pitts is in rare form. He is absolutely dominating the training camp so far, and I just want to see Kyle just run through opposing teams' defenses. August 12th couldn't get here soon enough. More training camp will be ahead. More training camp news will be ahead as we bring you coverage up into the first preseason game against the Lions. And until then, so we'll keep going through day by day of Falcons training camp. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and blessings. Why settle for less when you can have more with a vision? Be generational, because it's always time to be. Chris Tipmore, Cooler and Flyer 2. I'll holler, y'all.
Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler and